Good morning, 501. I hope you guys had a good weekend and that you were able to rest up for our next week of remote learning. Once again, just so proud of you guys. You guys got your work done. You did it well. I hope that you guys are using your resources, the YouTube videos, things like that, to help you when you're stuck. Remember that I have Zoom meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 2. A lot of the kids have just been getting on, asking a question, then getting off. You don't have to stay on for the whole time. You can if you want, but you don't have to. So there's a lot of ways that you can ask for help. Also want to remind you that sometimes those IXL lessons, they take a little bit longer than what we think. And so don't save all your IXL lessons for the end of the week. Try your best to maybe do one a day, or one every other day, just so you don't feel overloaded at the end. I know that there's still a few of you working on those assignments, even right now, and I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed because tonight I am going to post the next set of assignments. So just make sure that you're putting first things first, that you're beginning with the end in mind, thinking about your week and scheduling out what you want to do. Now, I had a random act of kindness happen to me this week, so I wanted to share a little bit with you because I don't know about you, but I am missing teaching you about music history. And so my dad actually stopped by yesterday, and he told me that he had a birthday present for me. Well, my birthday isn't until June, so I was a little confused. If anybody, Remy should be getting the birthday present, because today, because I'm filming this on a Sunday, is her birthday. So happy birthday, Remy. But I was a little confused, and he asked if he could stop by, and I said yes, that's fine. And so he stopped by, and I was shocked. I have been wanting to get one of these for a long time. You guys know that I love to collect anything that has to do with music. So records, record players. I've got a couple of old radios here. Some of you that were on the Zoom on Thursday, I showed you one of my favorite radios, my Studebaker radio. And I just love to collect those. I think I have one radio or record player or something in every room in this house just because I love them so much. Well, my dad found me this awesome antique, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I think you'd get a kick out of it. So they came out with these in 1971, and this is what it looks like. So this is called a Weltron 8-track player. Okay, so can you see it? I'll give you more of a look in a second here. But what it plays, this was like, so, in the 50s and the 60s, and even before that, records, and they were the popular thing. The only really way that you could listen to music was on a record, on the radio, or actually going to see a concert. And there were some other little things here and there, but those were the most popular ways. Well, in the 70s, they came out with something called an 8-track. Okay? It almost looks like an old-fashioned video game cartridge. Do you see that? And it basically, look, there's like the little tape in there. This was like before the cassette tape came out, okay? So when I was little, we listened to music on cassette tapes or and then eventually CDs. But this was like before the cassette tape. And people were still listening to records, but this was a way for people to listen to their own music portably, okay? So you can't really take a record player wherever you go. But a lot of cars started to put 8-track players in their cars so that people could buy an album on this and then they could take it with them in their car. Well, this Weltron, it is a sphere. I want to make sure you can see that. It is a sphere. What does that look like to you? What does it remind you of? I can't get far enough away. There you go. What does that remind you of? Well, if you said that it reminds you of like an astronaut's helmet, you would be correct. So this came out right after we went to the moon. like we talked about that when we talked about the 60s decade, that at the end of the 60s, that's when the United States made it and landed on the moon. So at that time, space, anything that had to do with space was really popular, and actually it even became stylish, and basically people wanted things that reminded them of space in their homes. And so this was one of those things. And I'm going to show you how it works. It's all plugged in here. I'm going to I have one, let's see if I can do this, an 8-track in here already. I'm going to put the Elvis one in. Hit power here. Let's see, change the channel here, get to the beginning. Do you hear that? Works pretty good, huh? I love how it swivels so you can turn it to wherever you want. And it even has a handle up here so you can tote it. Pretty cool. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you. Turn all this down a second. And just thought I would teach you a little fun history lesson to get your week started. So I hope you guys have a good week. Keep checking Yammer or YouTube for videos, and I will see you later.